Celebrating 10 years of award-winning car talk, it's the In Wheel Time Car Show, your weekly go-to all things automotive place. In this segment of our show, we head north to the Oklahoma Route 66 Museum and talk to curator Pat Smith. Conrad has his week in auto history, and we get you updated on the stories making auto news headlines this week. That and more just ahead in this segment. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars, King Conrad DeLong, and we need more Jeff Zekin.
We got it.
I'm Don Armstrong. So glad that you could join us today. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Now let's go north, up to Oklahoma, where it doesn't rain.
Clinton, Oklahoma.
Clinton, Oklahoma, and it's Pat Smith. Hi, Pat.
Hello, how are you today?
Well, we're very well, thank you. I did not know that there was an Oklahoma Route 66 museum. Not only that, but I didn't even know that Route 66 went through Oklahoma. Yep. What do I know? Now it's up to you to explain all of this to me, okay?
Okay, I'll sure do that.
So,
are you ready for me?
I am. We are definitely ready to hear the story. So Route 66, I thought, went from Chicago to L.A.
It does.
Yeah, but it goes through Oklahoma. I did not know that it came south to Oklahoma.
Well, it's got to get to L.A. somehow.
Well, I understand that, but you would think
let the lady
Pat's
talk.
going to tell us how.
Okay, Pat, it's up to you.
It's all you, Pat.
Oh, yes. Well, Route 66 starts in Chicago, Illinois, goes through 8 states and 3 time zones: Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and California, right into the ocean. So 8 states, 3 time zones. Oklahoma actually has more drivable miles of Route 66 than any other state.
Huh. I didn't know that. So what year was Route 66 conceived and built?
It was actually became a national highway in 1926. So pretty soon, we'll be 100 years old.
Wow.
And I say we. It seems like I am a part of the road.
Well, yeah. Well, that in a kind of a roundabout way, we're glad that you're still standing and being able to talk to us about it, as opposed to being on the asphalt. But Pat, so you say that it is more drivable, Route 66 in Oklahoma, than any of the other states, because Route 66 officially went away a long time ago, did it not?
It was actually decommissioned in 1985. But even though it's no longer a main road to travel, and it took 5 interstates to replace Route 66 from Chicago to Santa Monica, today it's being revived, and now people are wanting to do the Route 66 vacation, starting in Chicago and ending in Santa Monica, California. So it's getting more and more popular.
On the north entrance on the 66, where would we pick that up? Where, if I wanted to kind of run the Oklahoma Route 66 route, would I go north of you and pick it up there at the border? Or how would it work?
You would actually start, yes, in eastern Oklahoma at the very beginning of it, which is, of course, before you even get to Tulsa. And right after you come down out of Kansas. There's only 13 drivable miles in Kansas. And then, yes, then you would travel through Oklahoma City. The road is pretty drivable here in Oklahoma. There are a few parts that are covered up by I-40, but there are ways that you can actually travel the road and then get back onto it again. So it's pretty drivable here in Oklahoma, all the way to the western border into Texas.
So would I be able to get that information online or go through you? How would I know that?
Yes, you can actually get it online, but we also have a lot of wonderful books that we sell here in our gift shop. And people seem to like to buy a lot of those. And one of the main ones is the travel guide by Jerry McClanahan. And it is just absolutely correct. He updates it every year.
So Pat, how in the world did you get involved in this?
Well, actually, I always had an interest in history. Actually, I went to college and got a business degree, and then later on spread into history. I even grew up along Route 66 between Clinton and Weatherford, which are adjoining towns here. I can remember it as a child. But I started here at this location when it was Western Trails Museum. And due to the national headquarters being located in Clinton, Oklahoma, we decided to change the museum into Route 66. So I became more and more interested in being a history major, and just really, really, it just became my whole life.
So, Pat, you got some interesting displays in there. Could you give us a quick tour and through a couple of things like we talked about yesterday?
Yes, absolutely.
Because there's some interesting things that come up off of this that I did not know.
About Route 66.
About Route 66?
Right. Okay. I'm trying to get this changed where I can change it here.
Well, she's getting her camera switched around. You know, for people who are traveling through Oklahoma, it's exit 65 off of old Route 66, which is now I-40. And you just turn north, and the Oklahoma Route 66 Museum is about a half a mile off the highway on the left. I was actually up there. I was the one who sent the picture to Mars because I was up there doing some business with the city of Clinton and saw the building and sent Mars the picture and said, hey, get a hold of him. Let's get him on the radio.
You sure didn't have any warrants
on
out?
The show.
Taking care of warrants?
They've got a really cool Mustang fastback sitting out there as well. So they've got not just the collection of Route 66 memorabilia.
I have it ready to go, but not sure. Can you see?
No, we lost your picture.
Oh, dear.
Well, you can go back to the other camera and just turn the phone around. Might make it easier.
Leave it to Mars to mess this all up, man.
No,
ask her to do something that we really,
something in the air.
Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
something
It's
in
probably
the air.
all of the rain that
Rain,
we've been
maybe
getting.
rain.
But
Yeah.
actually, Route 66 even passed directly through Oklahoma City. So it starts way up in the northeast, up
Well,
around.
yeah, she said before Tulsa.
Up around.
coming in.
It's up around Miami.
Yeah.
Miami is how
Miami.
they pronounce it up there. So way up in the Missouri-Oklahoma border area, that corner, and then just
you and I talked about the fact that I need to put some miles on my Corvette to really figure out what's going on with the rear end in the Corvette, and that's an interesting trip that I would be willing to do.
There's lots of stuff.
I could probably make it to Oklahoma-Kansas border in a day.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oklahoma City's about an 8-hour drive.
And there's a
From
song
here.
about it, too. Isn't there a song about Route 66?
Yeah, there's
there's a bunch of
lots
songs.
of stuff about it. But I'm sure Pat, when we can get her back on,
Maybe she could
Well,
sing
she
it.
bounced in and out of there. She's working on it.
But
Maybe she could sing it.
Well,
No, she can't sing it. Maybe she can sing it. I don't
she's
know.
listening. Maybe she'll sing for us.
All right, Pat. So,
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there she goes again.
And
Yeah.
now you're gone.
all right. So, Pat, one of the interesting things that I found out, like the person, and I cannot think of his name, she was telling me and showing me the display they got that actually was considered the father of Route 66 was from that Clinton area.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Who was
Yep.
that, Pat? Because you could hear us a few seconds ago.
actually, it was Jack Cutbirth. I'm still working on trying to get this to work. I'm so sorry.
Well, that's okay.
Go next door and get the high school kid. He'll be able to help you.
Yeah.
Well, just talk to us about some of your displays there.
So, so like the parking meter, that was another thing that evolved out of Route 66 being developed, and some other.
First parking meter in the nation was
Yep.
Oklahoma City.
Really?
So
That's something to be proud of.
Well, but I mean, when he's talking about the developments that come off of this highway being developed and what came up of
So
it.
with the first parking meter developed into the first
Parking
ticket.
right. Well, you got to think Route 66 was a major transport of commerce back in the 20s and 30s and 40s.
Yep.
That was the way to get from Chicago to
Was it
LA.
paved all the way from the 20s?
No,
Good
I don't
question.
think so.
We'd have to ask Pat. I would assume so if it became a federal highway. I would think that it was
Because
it
in
was
the
paved.
1920s, there weren't that many paved roads. And
she said
think about that. That was only 100 years ago.
And she said it was decommissioned in the 80s.
I know
mid-80s.
that. Yeah. So
Hey, here we go. We got you, Pat.
Yes, here we go.
Did you go next door and get the high school kid over there to help you out?
I'm going to use my adult brain.
Oh, okay.
We don't have
you
those
got more
here.
than we got.
Yeah, we don't have those here.
Yeah, we missed that a long
We're out.
time ago. So where are we in here?
Well, actually, when you walk into the museum, you walk into what we call our wow room. And we change our automobiles out every 6 months. And right now, as you can see, we have a beautiful 1970 Ford Mach 1 in here.
Oh, all our Ford fans are
We had
going nuts.
numerous different cars that were popular when Route 66 was a main road to travel. But anyway, we have a lot of bus tours, a lot of car groups that come in here. And I'm just going to kind of take you around the room here. And it's just a popular, people love this room. Sometimes it's hard to get them out of here because you can actually see the bridge span, as you can see up here, that was along Route 66. The museum was actually designed to look like an old roadhouse on Route 66. Then as you go on up, you will go through the galleries, and our museum tells the history of Route 66 by decades. Of course, the popular saying, the shield on the door and get your kicks on Route 66. Shall we go in and get our kicks on Route 66?
We're ready.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Now, did you do all of this work yourself or have it done, Pat?
Well, we are a part of the Oklahoma Historical Society. So we actually, and I'll just give a kind of a sweep around the room here. We actually have our wonderful exhibit design team that works with me. And yes, I was a part of the team. So it just feels like, yes, we had a wonderful time brainstorming and deciding what to put in here. As you can see, a postcard. Oh, let's don't forget, get your kicks. So that's what we're going to do today, okay?
Okay.
Conrad, hold
The
me.
map 66, a brief little overview here, and we'll go on into the 1920s. Newspaper articles leading up to it, of course, of the time period. Every entryway has that. Of course, the creation of Route 66 stands out in our mind. And I'll just take the building of the road, the old equipment that was used to build the road. Also, throughout our gallery rooms, we have where you can scan this app and get the audio tour by Michael Wallace of every exhibit gallery.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is a big place.
Yeah. Well, how big is the museum, Pat?
Pardon me?
How large is the museum?
It's actually 10,000 square feet of exhibit space.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And of course, we have a lot of exhibit space outside too. But Route 66, you're talking about Oklahoma, is really on the map because Cyrus Avery's from Oklahoma. They actually formed the Highway Commission. Jack and Gladys Cuthbert that we mentioned earlier, right over here from Clinton. Also, Andy Payne won the foot race on Route 66 and put $25,000 back into the state. The car, which I know is important to car enthusiasts such as you right here. Then we'll go on into the 1930s. Newspaper articles, here we go. In the 1930s, the Dust Bowl days, the Great Depression stands out in our mind. Now look at this automobile.
That's Conrad's BG truck.
And the ignition works.
With all the stuff in my trunk.
We've came a long way, haven't we?
We have,
Not
yeah.
really.
I know part of it's like. Oh yes, have to have the garage for the automobile,
Oh,
right?
yeah. And all of the gas pumps of the era.
But that was one of the things that developed because of Route 66. You know, the automobile was now going out, so you had to have a place to fix it in along the way.
So you mentioned that you were on a committee with all the memorabilia. Is that things that were purchased, donated, consignment?
Donated. Everything here at the museum has actually been donated. But yes, the filling station, Dust Bowl days. It became the migrant road. Oh my! I know you want one of these
Still
on.
the migrant road.
It is.
Well, it is. You know, we had family that went out to California, and some of them are still out there, but some of them came back, you know, because California wasn't the promised land they thought. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Still not.
Oh, right. Anyway, we've came a long way, haven't we, in the development of history on Route 66. Here we go into the 1940s. And we have some wonderful people in here visiting our museum today.
Hi.
Yes.
Hello.
He said, hi, folks. Yes, and we're actually, you know, we have around 60,000 visitors a year here at the museum. Of course, over-the-road trucking came into place to haul the military supplies.
Pat, do you serve hors d'oeuvres? If I came up there and took a little tour, I'm thinking a little champagne and hors d'oeuvres as we strolled through.
Well, yeah, I think you do need that. That would really make
There's a barbecue place across the street.
We need
you would
all
know that.
things what you're wanting to do if you come visit our museum. Absolutely.
All right.
The park, oh my, the traffic lights have certainly changed. The bus stations, of course.
This is
the
a destination for me.
Oh yeah. No, it's a very, very cool museum and a great history. I remember.
Pat, do you also own and operate a bed and breakfast at your house?
I'm afraid not, but I certainly need that.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I'll be your first customer. I'll come stay with you, and then you could take me on a personal tour of the museum.
There you go.
I remember when they decommissioned it, because I was still living in Oklahoma at the time. When they decommissioned Route 66, all these people went out and started stealing the signs on the highway.
Sure.
Because there wasn't a reason for it, and that became quite collectible. I would assume you sell that kind of memorabilia there, Pat?
Yes, we do. We sell memorabilia to fit the actual time period of Route 66. Pretty much every decade that Route 66 was a popular road to travel. Right here, we're in the 1960s. And look at this fine automobile.
Looks like Broderick Crawford's.
Lux. The diner was popular. The phone booth. Oh, my goodness. The jukebox.
All right.
Rock and roll.
Well, that'd be some early Elvis there.
Oh, more people.
Oh, and here we go into the 60s.
Check this out.
We have a lady that's fixing to come into the 1960s. You want to tell them hello?
Hello.
Wave. Hi.
He waved.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Oh, goodness, the 1960s, the hippie culture in America. Look at the vehicle.
Pat, you and I were there together, remember?
or not.
Yeah.
She wasn't sure she wanted to admit that.
Well, there's now a dispensary on every corner in the state of Oklahoma.
Is there really?
Oh yeah, they passed medical marijuana, and it's real easy to get your card.
Well,
Road trip.
You're just assuming that the hippies all smoked pot. That's not the case.
No, there's peace and
But
love.
some of them did acid.
Really always the case. Right. Oh, my goodness. Do you guys remember the family vacations were popular? The movie camera came into place. Look at the wonderful car.
It's a Rambler.
It's cool.
It's a Rambler
station
wagon.
Doesn't matter. It's still a wagon.
Yeah. Oh, my. The cameras have came a long way. See, this is probably why I can remember some of this.
A brownie and a Polaroid.
That's right.
Now look at the cameras,
Dispensary.
right?
Oh yeah.
Dispensary brownie.
Are you there yet?
No, we're not here yet. But we're
That's what the
moving that
kids
direction.
always had to say.
Oh, the car goes into the wall. How fun.
Yes, yes. It looks like it's parked at a road park along Route 66.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and the parking,
Cool.
yeah, the picnic table.
Yeah.
Stopping for lunch. We did that.
So as you can tell, the history of the road, oh my goodness, the 1970s, Route 66 was no longer a main road to travel.
What?
Because interstates came into place.
Yeah.
Right.
That started the demise.
Oh, hell, the road closed. Many of the photos of the road closing.
Wow. Well, and it looks like you got a movie going there too, Pat.
Yes. And here's the drive-in theater, and the movie actually sums up the history of Route 66 in here, and from the beginning to the end.
Wow.
Pat, where exactly is the museum located?
It's located at 2229 Gary Boulevard, which is actually one of the alignments of Route 66 that went through Clinton.
So
Before,
you're in Clinton, Oklahoma.
Clinton, Oklahoma. And the road lives on here at the museum here in Clinton, Oklahoma.
Well, how fun has this been? It makes me want to go. I'm thinking maybe a road trip later in the summer.
Pat, my wife is from Hobart, Oklahoma.
Oh, my goodness. That's just south of here. Absolutely.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump
There you
down
go.
66.
No, it's down 81.
Okay, 81,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, there's a lot of stuff. I got people in Oklahoma City and Okmulgee and Tulsa and all over the place.
Well, we really appreciate you giving us a tour of the place. And I'm assuming you have a website, and it is okhistory.org is what I show. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct.
So I will post that on our social media and let everybody know
That's
to get
the
a hold
museum shop. You know, the T-shirts and the signs, everything.
Yeah, all the
Of it. That's where you
merch.
get the merch.
That's where you get the merch, the swag.
The Greta's my #1 gift shop gal.
All right.
She is-
Hi.
Well, I'm coming up there to see her. All right. Pat, again, thank you so much. We really appreciate the time you take today, and we're going to send all our folks up that way, including me.
Okay, well, thank you. And remember, get your kicks on
Route 66.
Pat Smith
Thank
with
you
the
very much.
Oklahoma Route 66 Museum. How much fun is that, ladies and gentlemen?
That could be a lot of fun.
Time now for This Week in Auto History, which kind of rolls right into the Route 66 Museum, and Mr. DeLong has that.
Jeffrey will boot up the video.
Got it booted.
And in 1911, Ray Haroon won the inaugural Indianapolis 500, driving the yellow Marmon Wasp. And I think, doesn't Stan Holt have a replica of the yellow Marmon Wasp?
I do not know that.
I believe so, because I think I remember it coming out to the Tailpipes and Tacos early on. So, and then in 1921 is when Mack adopted the Bulldog as the symbol for their Mack trucks. You know, and again, that's actually stayed virtually the same over time, that Mack Bulldog. In 1927, the production of the Ford Model T officially ended after 15,007,000 Model Ts were built. Basically the same car from the beginning to the end, and they were all black. In 1930, the Chrysler Building in New York City opened up as the well, you got ahead of me by one.
No,
Oh.
it just filled in.
The Chrysler Building opened up as the world's tallest building in Oklahoma, in New York City.
In Oklahoma City.
And then in 1933, eager motorists parked their automobiles on the grounds of the Park-In drive-in theaters, the first ever drive-in movie theater located in Camden, New Jersey. In 1937, the Golden Gate Bridge opened to vehicular traffic for the first time, the largest single-span suspension bridge in the world. In 1950, Preston Tucker, his lawsuit against the former prosecutors was thrown out of court because they were, he felt that the Big Three were attacking him and, very much led to the collapse of Tucker automobiles. They only built 53 of them, but quite an interesting car. In 1959, I'm going to butcher this name, Koichiro Kawashima, I think that might be good, was elected vice president, general manager of American Honda Motor Company, and they were out of a small little building in L.A., and that was the start of American Honda Motors right there. In 1988, Consumer Reports called for a ban on the Suzuki Samurai, and because it had a propensity to tip over.
No.
And then in 2004, this week marks the 15th anniversary of the Killdozer rampage. Remember, this guy had played it up as Bulldozer and drove through some city and destroyed a bunch of stuff?
Yes, we did remember that.
So that is this week in automotive history.
All right, thank you, sir. Time now for a couple of headlines, stories making news in the automotive world. One of the worst-kept secrets in the auto industry is out. Ford Motor Company on Thursday said it plans to reveal a compact pickup truck called the Maverick next week via social media and the streaming service Hulu. A teaser video described it as the truck you didn't see coming. Production is expected to begin in late July. The truck's expected to go on sale later this year. Ford has told dealers that the truck will start at less than $20,000, effectively serving as an entry-level replacement for the company's discontinued sedans and the long overdue replacement for the original Ranger pickup truck.
And you've talked quite a while about, bringing the mini truck back, what was called the mini truck, something below the current Ranger.
So dumb. I don't know why they haven't done that before now, but whatever. The truck has been engineered on the same unibody front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive C2 platform that underpins the Lincoln Corsair, which I had last week, and the Ford Escape and Bronco Sport crossovers. And are you looking for a job in the automobile industry? CarMax said Wednesday it plans to hire 1,800 service professionals by the end of the summer as it looks to get more vehicles sale ready. The move comes amid high demand and low supply for used vehicles. Company said it is partnering with job search site Indeed to hold career events this month, while also accepting virtual applications as it looks to fill positions such as technicians, detailers, painters, and supply associates.
So get off the couch, get off of unemployment. The $300 bonus is going away, and go get a job. CarMax is hiring.
Conrad says. Well, that's it for this portion of In Wheel Time. We're going to take a quick break and be back with our last hour in just a minute.
Whether you own a newer car or want to keep your older one humming along for a while longer, think of Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Bayway Chevy, and Bayway Lincoln to keep things in tip-top shape. From oil changes to major repairs, you can depend on the highly skilled service pros at Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Bayway Chevrolet, and Bayway Lincoln to perform fast, efficient service to keep your investment running strong. For all your service needs, remember Bayway. Schedule your next appointment online anytime. Bayway, keeping it original. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier cruise-in, and you're invited to join in. Whether you're a cruiser or spectator, Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and mingle with Houston's fun car people. Mark your calendar for Saturday, June 19th for Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupe Tortilla Mexican Restaurant in Katy, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free, and everyone is invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at the Lupe Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 in Katy. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Lupe founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise-in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, June 19th, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Lupe's in Katy. The In Wheel Time Car Show will be there too. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday morning, June 19th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupe's in Katy. Inside the Loop, visit Tailpipes and Tacos on the Southwest Freeway at Shepherd, weather permitting. You see all the new ceramic car wash cleaners on TV now, but John Gray at Gulf Coast Auto Shield has been using ceramic coatings on Houston's most expensive cars for years, and he'll tell you that nothing beats the real thing. Gulf Coast Auto Shield installs a coating over your paint that actually comes with a warranty. If you just picked up your Lambo, your Aston Martin, Porsche, Ferrari, any other exotic car, chances are your car will have company that have already found Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Now, you don't have to own an exotic. Maybe you got a truck, an SUV, or even an older vehicle that needs a little love. Well, let John Gray give it a look and give you an estimate on refurbishing that paint and making your vehicle look new again. How about getting a gift certificate for the wife's birthday or anniversary from Gulf Coast Auto Shield and tell her, honey, I know you love your car, so why don't we get it looking new again? It'll be the best gift ever, one that she'll never forget. Get hold of John Gray at gcautoshield.com or give him a call, 832-264-0670. Gulf Coast Auto Shield.